It is 10:14. This is a segment of the Vocal Society. I am the questionnaire. This is brought to you out of frustration. Today's article is about God and the First Amendment. As a protection to what I am writing, all the statements below are only what I think, feel. If there is a challenge to any of these segments, please feel free to challenge it with someone else, someone who knows. I'm with Socrates. In 1962, a minority of entities took God to court in a lawsuit. R.E., the separation of church and state. They won because the Supreme Court of this nation did not have the common sense to look down from their collective perch and dismiss the grounds that it has been separated since the First Amendment. Operative word being amendment, meaning adding something after the original document. Sort of editing a speech after you give it because some points were not clear nor even mentioned. The amendment, which is not in the Constitution, says, and I quote, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." The key words to me: respecting, prohibiting. Respecting. I believe that the word respecting is evidence that the church and state were separated at that word. To me, it simply means that the political leaders of this country will not answer to any religion, be it a pope, a mullah, or any monarch, dictator, or a sect leader who also leads any single religious group, entity, or sect. I checked as well as I could and found no elected president of this country who ever won on a platform of religious subservience. Prohibiting. Hey, come on. It says right there in the amendment, no prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Does not free exercise thereof apply to all religions and all their dogmas? Imagine the scenario if an isolated peoples on any continent worshipped the common potato. Imagine just one individual of that religion moving to America and demanding that all potatoes must be banned from public display or consumption. And that would be our government respecting an establishment of religion. In 1802, then President Thomas Jefferson, who wrote our Declaration of Independence, wrote, "The American people, through the First Amendment, had erected a wall of separation between church and state." I would like to put good back in our country. I don't care what an individual calls the spirit that helps them grow stronger. Good and God is good and God in any language. God is a language's attempt to interpret the feelings of goodness or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. I'm all in favor of every religion being able to exercise its symbols in public. Of course, that means a menorah, a cross, a crescent and star, and a plethora of other religious symbols have equal access to public areas. It's going to get crowded. I'm all in favor of every religion being able to exercise its principles only in the privacy of the place they hold their worship ceremonies, whether it be in the largest structure in the world or a closet in that structure. That simple action of common sense would get all the anger off the streets. The other side of the coin is that separation thing. It only applies to public land. Has nothing to do with a private business having the right to do as they want, outside the bounds of race, color, creed, or national origin. I mean, come on, some laws are good. Private means they are not the state. I tend to go on and on. My question for the day: will someone please sue the Supreme Court for lacking common sense? Let us all be guided by goodness, no matter how we get there. In good I trust, the questioneer.